To expand and simplify a set of double brackets, I need to know the contents of my first bracket are multiplied by the contents of my second bracket. To do this, I'm going to use a multiplication grid. Now in my multiplication grid, along the top, I'm going to put the contents of the first bracket. That's x and positive 3. Along the side, I'll put the contents of my second bracket, x and positive 2. Now because this is a multiplication grid, I need to know that x times x will give me x squared, x times positive 3 is positive 3x, positive 2 times x is positive 2x, and positive 2 times positive 3 is positive 6. I've now expanded the brackets. I now need to simplify my terms. If I take my answers and write them outside, so I've got x squared plus 3x plus 2x plus 6. It becomes clear that 3x plus 2x can be written more simply as 5x. So my final answer is x squared plus 5x plus 6. And that will get me 2 marks on a GCSE exam. My second example here looks very similar, except I've got a negative term in my second bracket. I can still use my multiplication grid, filling in the first bracket along the top, so I've got x and positive 2. And my second bracket down the side, I've got x and negative 3. And remembering it's a multiplication grid, x times x is x squared, x times positive 2, positive 2x, x times negative 3 is negative 3x, negative 3 times positive 2 is negative 6. Now I need to simplify, so again, take all my terms outside of the grid, x squared plus 2x, subtract 3x, subtract 6. Hopefully you'll be able to see that 2x take away 3x is going to be negative 1x. I'll just write that as negative x. So my final answer, x squared, negative x, negative 6. In my third example here, I've got negative terms in both of my brackets. Still going to use my multiplication grid. So the first bracket I've got a and negative 4. And in the second bracket, a and negative 3. Remembering that I'm multiplying the terms together, so I've got a squared, a times negative 4, negative 4a, negative 3 times a, negative 3a, negative 3 times negative 4 is positive 12. Second stage again, take all of my terms out of the grid, so I've got a squared, subtract 4a, subtract 3a, add 12. In terms of simplifying my a, if I've got negative 4 and negative 3, together I must have negative 7a. So my final answer, a squared, subtract 7a, add 12. Here are 2 examples for you to try. For each one, draw the multiplication grid, multiply the terms, take the answer out of the grid, and simplify. Pause the video and try these now. If we go through the first answer now, my multiplication grid, I've got b and positive 2, and I'm multiplying that by b and negative 4. b times b gives me b squared, b times positive 2, positive 2b, negative 4 times b is negative 4b, and negative 4 times positive 2 is negative 8. I get my answers out of my grid, b squared plus 2b, subtract 4b, subtract 8. I can see that if I've got 2b and I'm subtracting 4b, that will leave me with negative 2b. So my final answer, b squared, subtract 2b, subtract 8. Going through the final question, using my multiplication grid, I've got c and negative 3. I'm multiplying that by c and negative 3. c times c is c squared. negative 3 times c, negative 3c. It's the same question here, so it's the same answer. And negative 3 times negative 3 is positive 9. Taking my answers out of the grid, I've left with c squared, subtract 3c, subtract 3c, add 9. I've got negative 3 and negative 3. Together I've got negative 6c. So my final answer is c squared, subtract 6c, add 9. Thanks for watching. I hope that's made sense and helped you. It's normally a 2-mark GCSE exam question. Well done.